I'm in here, bro. I'm in here. We got an upper body day again. Sorry if it's like, sometimes it's something, I guess it's just gonna be like back-to-back upper or back-to-back lower days just because I don't always feel like recording, you know. I didn't feel like recording yesterday's leg day. So that would mean I would have to record the other leg day this week because I'm trying to at least post 2 YouTube videos a week. So, whatever. But we got a chest press today. We'll do, I'm gonna look to probably add a flat press back to my first movement of my upper sessions. Though also I'd want to see how strong I can get with T-bar rows, hence as of right now I have T-bar rows first and other upper sessions. So I'm gonna just look to alternate it, and I'll gauge my progressions, of course, based off of that every other upper. So that can be between every 6 days or every 8 days, how that goes. So we'll see. All right, so like I said, those of you that watch my YouTube, you'll get somewhat more tips than people that like watch my TikToks or like Instagrams, because I just feel a little more free to speak on YouTube because it's, I don't know, because I'm just in here. I don't have to interact with any of you. Like, I'm just recording a video and I'm just yapping, you know. Outside of that, it's like Instagram or TikTok. Don't matter what I post, it's all of a sudden a direct interaction every time. It's like, gosh, and I can't keep up with it. So YouTube video, I'll just yap. Like I said, I just yap. If there's something I feel like I'll express it. So like I was saying, how I'm gonna have a T-bar row first, one of the upper body days, and a chest press first the other upper body day. You guys have to understand how to truly track progressive overload. Like, I had a client, he's a new client, so I mean nothing against him. I currently have him set up with full body. And he has a week 1 and a week 2, so things can be relatively even. I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but either way, there's gonna be sessions where he has certain movements first, and like ahead of other stuff, and there's gonna be times where it kind of flops, or it's like switches around. So his first week he did the stuff, second week he did the stuff, and he was talking about, hey, this week there were some lifts that I did that, or like he would do the same lift, but did a little less reps on it. And I told him, I said, I mean, you can't really track your progression and stuff based on the exercise itself, because things didn't remain the same. You had a different exercise order. So if we're going to track progression, we're going to track week 1s with week 1s and week 2s with week 2s, not week 1 with week 2. That's not going to make sense because all the orders aren't exactly the same. So in order to really track progressive overload, you have to try to have things remain as consistent as possible. So with one being, of course, that's something that should remain consistent if you're looking to track progressive overload, would be exercise order. You can't do something in the front of the session and then try to track and see, you know, or let's say if you do something at the end of the session and all of a sudden you put it at the front of the session, some other session, you can't sit there and say, oh, I progressed. That makes no sense. Because if it was the other way around and you started with something and put it at the end and it's like, oh, hey, I got less reps. Well, duh, you know, fatigue exists, guys. So yeah, like I don't necessarily know if it's a week 1, week 2 thing here, because again, I don't follow an exact program, dude. I just do what I feel like doing. As of right now, I just know I feel like, okay, fine, I'll do a T-bar row first one session and a flat chest press first the next session. So we'll get back to being strong with chest pressing. I've done probably my best chest pressing feat as of right now is like I did 5 plates and a 35 on that. I think it's a Nautilus press at a crunch. And for those of you that know that chest press, that's somewhat of a feat. And the goal is to get to 6 plates on that, but since then I haven't been really focusing much with chest pressing. So we'll lock back in. Yeah, see, like right now I'm weak. Usually that's a warm-up set. That used to be a warm-up set here. That was one in reserve, by the way. But this 6 plates here used to be a warm-up set. Because I would end up having to put like a, I think the most I've done here, I've done a 25 and a 5 or 25 and a 10 on the handles for 3. So, yeah, that's that's over a 50-pound difference here. I gotta lock back in with my chest pressing. Whew. So, we'll stay here and do another set. Maybe, yeah. I'll stay here and do one more set. I'm not gonna touch I'll just do 3 reps again. The next time 3 reps might be a failure. As I've said before, like honestly, I don't really have any upper body priorities outside of like shoulders. And I mean, I've been prioritizing a shoulder press for 2 years straight. So let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. And since today I'm doing a chest press, I'm not doing a shoulder press. That's how I genuinely don't. It's not to say that you can't do it. It's just like me personally, like, nah, I lift a little too much to be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna do a chest press and a shoulder press. Or if it's like, hey, if I do the shoulder press, I'm also do a chest press. It's just not worth it to me. Like, if I do a shoulder press, I'm doing a chest fly, you know? And if I'm doing a chest press, I'm gonna just do lateral raises. Simple as that, bro. It's just taking less taxing things out of it. Like I said, bro, y'all get away with a lot more things now because y'all's training age is knee high to a duck. So when I hear all of y'all talking about maximizing hypertrophy and this, and it's like, man, like I hear y'all, but then it's out the other ear because it's like, dude, I understand the science stuff too, but it's like, I live in the real world. A lot of stuff that y'all talk about has no type of application. It has no type of application. So usually like a lot of my younger clients, I allow them to play with both presses in a session if they want to, and if they don't want to, I usually ask them. And it's not like it's a need, but I know again for me personally, as heavy as I lift, nah, no shot. Because the more y'all advance and the stronger y'all get, the more y'all will realize, oh, I can't do all the stuff that I was once doing. You'll learn. As of right now, again, it's not hitting y'all yet for real, but it's no shot, bro. It's no shot. Like I'm at a point now, like I'll literally try to look to see how much less I can do. And we go from there. And again, don't try to be like me. Again, I don't have no real need to, like a lot of my upper body stuff is very, very low volume. Like again, y'all see me doing a lot of 1, no more than 2 sets for upper body parts. I'm not telling y'all to be like me, you know? But again, you gotta know context, know for who, know for why, or like know what applies to who. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get this second set. Again, this might be 3 with 0 in the tank. Oof. Yep, that one is definitely 0. So from there, I'm free to do whatever. We'll just pick whatever movements I feel like doing next. Yeah.
That is so cool. That's how you get the videos going.
Yeah.
Check you out.
So yeah, I'm trying to record stuff for the people. So
Good.
it's doing pretty good for right now. It's growing quite a lot now. So
Good.
I just got to try to be consistent with it. So you probably end up seeing yourself in this one.
Oh Lord. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna get at it, and I'm gonna let you get at it.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll holler at you later, man.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so today we're gonna go lat pull down, guys. Lat pull down. Again, I'm a very lazy individual. So, like, shout out to Gym Pin. They sent me my, this is the regular one that's kind of thinner, like you go into like one of these. But they sent me my the thick ones that can go into like the end of like machines, like the chest press. Unfortunately, these hoist ones, I would need an Allen wrench to unscrew the end off to put this in there. I could use it for the hammer strength too. But again, like I said, I'm a lazy person, so I don't feel like moving a bunch of plates around as of right now. When I can just come to a machine, throw one pin on and just put a plate on top of that, cool. And also considering, I mean, this will probably be the best, this will be the best overall lat movement anyway, just a frontal plane pull down. So, no biggie. But if I was programming for someone else, like I would have a mix of like a sagittal pull and a frontal pull, honestly. Again, would it matter? No. Like I said, if you would be perfectly fine just having a frontal plane pull. I really don't, when it comes to like upper lats, I don't necessarily find that something where anybody exactly has to prioritize. Because again, majority of people that talk about prioritizing upper lats or anything just don't have lats. Like you haven't been training long enough to have lats. You don't have lats. So like I said, a lot of you that are talking about maximizing hypertrophy and prioritizing things just don't have a lot of muscle in the first place. So once you, of course, build some muscle, then you'll, oh, now I know kind of what, you know, now then you'll kind of understand, you know, where you need to go. But like majority of my newer lifters that I have, like most of them will just have the frontal plane pull down. And some of them I'll have where, hey, if we want to alternate, we can alternate each session. But I wouldn't say anyone necessarily needs to prioritize upper lats. You just don't have lats. Oh, and also, I mean, if you're saying you need to prioritize lower lats, you also don't have lats. So you would honestly kind of be fine with either or. Mic 1, 2, the mic is working, guys. We're doing good. Like I told y'all, if the mic ever cuts out, y'all gotta let me know, bro. But we're gonna try a plate and a 10 here today just because. I know lat pull downs, I've done lat pull downs first. I think I did do a plate and a 10 when I did a lat pull down first. So second exercise, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I know after the T-bar rows, I don't know, whatever. Like I said, we're just doing it to do it. I know for sure I can get at least 3, so who cares? But I'm gonna probably do 2 sets here too. So no, all of my upper body sessions are not always just 1 set for each muscle group. There's some times where I'll do 2. There's gonna be times where I'll do 2. And then again, with how I have the split set up, like I'm able to do full body. Like, I train every other day either way. So if there is something that I wanted to do on a leg day, I can do it. And if I wanted to mix in something from a leg day in here, I would do it. You know, there's times where I do hamstrings each session or adductors each session for sure. Upper body wise, no. I can't say I would do anything upper body each session, but calves I would do each session. So I mean really calves, hamstrings, adductors, sometimes I end up doing each session. So. But we'll start getting into some topics after I finish this set here, guys. So, let's lock in. Not that this is a problem, I just forgot to start recording with my phone. Dang it. And I don't want to have a horizontal view on my Instagram or TikTok, because I noticed those particular videos don't do any kind of views. The algorithm doesn't push those. So I gotta have something vertical. Dang it. So give me a second, guys. We'll log back in. There we go. So now I'll get to post this on TikTok or Instagram too. If I'm a rep short, then y'all know why. I mean, I rested long enough. I should be fine. Cut it. that last one would have been rough. That last one would have been rough. So cut it. We'll cut it. We'll take the 10 off and do another set. So, all right, so that kind of brings us into like back off sets, guys. Back off sets are nothing magical. They're just a clear sign that, hey, fatigue exists. So obviously there may be times where you cannot stay at the same weight for the same amount of load. I'm sorry, at the same load for the same amount of reps, okay? Especially if you're, like I said, if you're taking all your sets to failure. So like with my I did a post yesterday with understanding what sets to take to failure. Like if you're doing multiple sets for stuff, you shouldn't be trying to take all of those sets to failure. That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. If you know that there's no significant difference between you doing 0 to 2 reps in reserve, and then you're also doing multiple sets, what's the difference, right? So then then it comes into being, oh, I plateaued, or I'm not getting stronger at all these kind of things. It's like, okay, well, bro, you're taking all your sets to failure, bro. That's fatigue that you built up, that you accumulated. That's not anybody else's fault but you. And you got people that's like, oh, well, yeah, you got all the people that's trying to be so hardcore, taking all their sets to failure, and talk down on people that understand reps in reserve and everything. And it's like, all right, bro, you're really not all that better than me, bro. You know? So, don't take all your sets to failure. And then also you got to take into account the number of reps that you're doing too. Like, you got to understand fatigue. There's a lot of ways fatigue can accumulate, okay? Whether it be the number of total sets that you do, regardless of how many exercises you're doing, okay? The total sets that you're doing, okay? The exercise selection can play a role in it. So of course we can't compare the fatigue that you can have from a squat compared to a bicep curl, okay? So it can be the exercise selection. I said number of sets, and then you can throw in the number of reps. So imagine the number of reps that you're doing with the amount of sets that you're doing as well, and the exercise selection. So I mean, those are a few things that's in the gym, but let's also imagine things outside of the gym. Where you're piss poor sleep, if you have pretty bad sleep, like that's something that can increase your perceived effort levels, okay? If you have, I mean, honestly, if you're getting 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of sleep, I mean, that's all not that bad. Because I mean, there's times that I came back in the gym and hit a PR with like, what, maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So sleep is not all that big of a deal. I would say it depends on, you know, everyone has different lifestyle factors. I mean, I know for myself, dude, I don't live a very stressful life. I don't do that much in life. Like, probably the most stressful thing that I do is lift weights. You know, my job isn't stressful. I don't move around a lot outside of like the gym. So for me, not getting 7, 9 hours of sleep doesn't really bother me much. But let's say someone that might work 2 jobs, they may have a bunch of kids, you know, they have a family to take care of, and they just have all kinds of things to take care of in life outside of the gym. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours of sleep or like 3 hours of sleep may not work out in their favor. But let's imagine, oh, hey, I got poor sleep. I'm doing all these things outside of the gym, and then I come in the gym and I have a ridiculous amount of sets that I'm doing, a ridiculous amount of reps that I'm doing. My exercise selection is poor. Like, this stuff adds up. And then let's say like medication. There's medication that can also increase your perceived effort levels, okay? Or like increase your fatigue. So like certain medicines can play a role. There's a lot of things, and people just act like the gym is the only place where the human body exists. It makes no sense to me. So kind of keep these things in mind. So I said all this, and I'm just supposed to be talking about back off sets. So a back off set just pretty much lets you know fatigue exists, and if you need to come down a little bit, come down a little bit. Like, I probably wouldn't have been able to do 4 reps again with that same load. So I'll come down some, get a feel for this. I'll probably do 4 reps here as well, or maybe 5, but probably 4. So. See? That's rough. That's rough. But anyways, moving on. All right. Whew. Lateral raises, guys. I already got my warm-up sets out of the way. I don't know if I said this in a previous video or not, but All people that act like I said don't do lateral raises are delusional. I don't know, comprehension skills are just bad nowadays. Really, really, really bad. Even when I write something out very clearly, comprehension is just so bad. Because nowhere did I ever say don't do lateral raises. Nowhere. What I said was, for majority of newer lifters, even up to advanced, may not need a lateral raise. You'll be fine with a shoulder press if you are in the frontal plane. So including myself, I grew my side delts quite a bit, getting my shoulder press really strong. So ask yourself, how far do you see people really progress lateral raises? Looks like people progress shoulder presses a little more to me. Though yeah, sure, there's a few more contributing parts than, the lateral raise. You can progress a shoulder press more. It's like there's nobody that you can look at that has a really, really, really strong shoulder press that does not have large side delts. Nobody that has a really strong shoulder press has small side delts. Just saying. You'll usually find more people you'll find more people that spam lateral raises with smaller side delts than people that have a really strong shoulder press. Just thought I'd point that out there, guys. So like I said, I took the past 2 years focusing really more on how strong I can get my shoulder press. Not saying that I never did a lateral raise, I just haven't been doing them as much as I used to. Saw more out of my side delts with getting my shoulder press really strong. Simple. I don't think people really understand resistance profiles, bro. Because if they saw the rep previous to they would have thought, oh, bro, you had 2 or 3 more left in the tank. And you guys saw that I took like a pause and a deep breath and still couldn't even get that halfway up. Can't entertain people, bro. Like, gosh. Like all the people that was arguing on my lateral raise thing, talking about oh, bro, you had 3 or 4 in the tank. What were you looking at? Really, I know what they're looking at. They're looking at eccentrics. They're looking at the eccentrics, and they're looking at that none of my reps look significantly different. But I mean, I was already lifting heavy from the start. Like, I would want to see someone come in here and do 65 pounds with a cable lateral raise. And then tell me how that goes for them, Might not even get 2, let alone 1. And I did 5 of them with 0 in the tank. Actually, I tried a 6th one. And it didn't even budge. But people don't look at resistance profiles, bro. So yeah, so that set was rough. I mean, I could come down, but I'm not. Whatever. Like I did like 6 reps there, I think. I don't know. I know for sure I'll at least get 4 again. So if I can get at least 4, I don't really care that much. I don't really find the need to do a back off set unless I would end up less than 4 reps. So I've talked about like kinda. I don't know. I don't think I've talked about it on here. I know people on Instagram know. Probably a lot of people on TikTok don't know. Some of y'all on here might not know, but I hate creating content, bro. I don't enjoy this. There's people just like, oh well, like I don't know the way that I interact with people. Like the way that I talk to a lot of y'all, I would say the same things in real life. Like I say the same things to people in real life, like to my friends, like family members, like clients, like people like clients that know me in real life, people that I've trained in person. I talk to them the same way that I talk to y'all, and y'all take it so personal. But like nobody in real life really takes it personal. Sure, sometimes they may feel some type of way because yeah, it's very straightforward, but. They don't, like I said, I don't have any ops, but like on social media, people act like they're my op or something. Like I got beef with them, bro. Like that's crazy. I don't have beef with nobody in real life. So that's wild. I don't really I don't make content for myself. I'm currently at a point where I'm just making it because I see there's a lot of people that appreciate it, bro. And like I said, I've had to I've had some people that are close to me that really pushed me to make content for the last 3 or 4 years, bro. So it's taken me 3 or 4 years to really, well, I've been doing it for a little over a year now. So before then, it took me 3 years to really let me start posting content and really be consistent with it. You know, so like clients that I've trained in person, like, oh, hey, you should become a content creator. People would like your, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Like for years, I've been saying, I'm not gonna, you know, here I am, bro. Here I am. Everything they were right. They were right. Apparently they were right. Apparently there's a lot of people that enjoy me. But again, all the people that hate me just don't know me for real. Because there was nobody that I dealt with in person that hates me or dislikes me. So, it's all right. But no, I don't do this for myself, man. I try. I try at least. Like, I can literally go weeks without posting and wouldn't care. But I'm trying. Y'all can't say I ain't trying. I'm just kind of an antisocial. The past year, it took me a lot to really start opening up to doing this and interacting with people. Still having a hard time interacting with people, obviously, if y'all can't tell. Even my mom tells me, she sees a lot of my comments and tells me that I need to interact with y'all better. I tell her straight up, just like I tell y'all. I don't care how y'all feel. Bro, she don't take it the wrong way. I don't know. Maybe it's just the generation that we're in right now, just a bunch of softies. But yeah, no, I kind of just don't care, honestly. But can't say I ain't trying. We're working on it, though. We're working on it. I'm trying to be better. It's trying to be more Christ-like anyway. So trying to be better. Let's get this set out of the way. See, like that's 0 in the tank, and the average gym goer would think I had 3 or 4 in the tank, but that's 0. That's literally 0 in the tank. I don't know. Sorry, I make things look easy. Sorry. Moving on. So Gym Pin also gave me a seat belt, and I was gonna use it today, but I left it. I was gonna do seated dips today with the seat belt, but I forgot the seat belt. So I'm just gonna do this overhead thingy here again. Whatever. Oh, and the people that keep asking me about JM presses, I just haven't felt like doing it. As much as I tell y'all that I come in here and do whatever I feel like doing, I don't know why y'all ask me stuff like that. Like, I just haven't felt like doing it, bro. Haven't felt like doing it. Simple as that. Simple as that, bro. Like, golly. I come in here and do whatever I feel like doing, bro. It's not that deep to me. Like, it seems like people are more worried about it than me. Right, it seems like people are more worried about it than me. My gosh, bro. We'll get back to it eventually if I ever feel like it. But anyways, let's get this warm-up set out of the way. I wonder, nah, I was gonna put like a 10 on there, but it ain't gonna fit. Let's see what we got, bro. Again, I forgot what I was talking about. So let's scroll through and see what we can talk about. You know, one of the craziest questions I was ever asked yesterday. Matter of fact, let me go look. I gotta say this word for word. Okay, so does long head of tricep get worked effectively in a deadlift if using mixed grip? Yeah, genuinely, like, what am I supposed to say to that? Honestly, this is the wildest question I've ever seen. Top 3. That's top 3. That is top 3. Because, you know, I've been in the gym for almost 10 years now. I've worked out for almost 10 total years. I started working out in high school. Not that I was like seriously lifting in high school. I mean, I lifted because of sports. But you can say that I've been lifting since high school, of course, because I lifted, you know. Played baseball and football, so yeah, we lifted. Never in my 10 years of lifting. I've never thought to, let alone not ask anybody that, but to think that a deadlift works triceps. 10 years. I never, even when I was 15, I started working out when I was 15. Like, I would look at a deadlift. Like, if you were to ask me if a deadlift was an effective workout when I was 15, that's a rough one, bro. And you know, yeah, let's just do this working set, guys. Whatever. Whew. What else? Whoo, boy. Let's just do this working set, bro. Yeah, that's about one in the tank. And we'll do 2 sets here. Yeah, I'll play with 2 sets of everything today. That's about 1. 2 would have been a stretch. That last one for sure would have been a fight. So that's all right. Leave those in the tank so I can just stay at this weight for at least another 4. So, but yeah, bro, that's a wild question, bro. Like 10 years. I've never heard that in my life. 10 years. I've never heard that in my life. I've never seen anybody post about deadlifts and mention triceps in the same sentence. Ever. 10 years. And there's people that's been lifting for 20, 30 years and might have never heard of that. You know, I just never thought that I would hear that. Really, actually, let me rephrase that. That's not something that would ever cross my mind. So I couldn't have thought that I would ever hear that. Yeah, anyways, let's just go on to the next. Let's go to the next. Something else that I seem to be asked about a lot is like forearms. And there's mixed emotions about a lot of topics, but like, bro, forearm wise, if you don't got it, you don't got it. Let's put it like that, bro. Like, there's people that have been trying to like grow their forearms for years and have yet to grow them. And there are some people that train their forearms and were able to grow them. There are some people that already had big forearms, and there are some people that got small forearms. So what? That's a genetic thing. Forearms will be harder to grow than calves. I don't like, whether you like it or not, forearms will probably be the hardest thing to grow. And I'm looking at this from like the fiber type perspective. Like, it's just not favorable. Trying to grow forearms is not favorable for most people. Okay. But again, it's not to say that you can't grow them. Like some people won't. Some people it's like if you're already doing the basic stuff, like if you're already doing all like the traditional training, like you're flexing your elbow, then you even try hammer curls, and then you even try pronated, and then you even try wrist curling and wrist extensions. It's like you've been doing this for however long and still don't got it. You don't got it. You don't got it, bro. Like, I don't train forearms, dude. I don't give a darn about forearms. They're my forearms. They're respectable. They're a respectable size. I have small wrists though. Like, this is definitely not going to change. Like my wrist, that's not going to change. So like where things like your insertions, you can't really change that. So I mean, I don't know why people get their panties in a bunch about forearm training. Because you have people. Don't tell it to an arm wrestler. Oh, bro. I made that one post and they named a guy named he named Levin, and he also named I think he named Brian Shaw. Yeah, I think he named Brian Shaw. And I'm thinking like, bro, why are you naming these guys? What do they have? Like, I'm pretty sure Levin is probably, I haven't seen him in forever, but I don't think he's natural. But either way, like, he dedicates his life to that. And then Brian Shaw, that's a very big guy, a very large guy. And then it's also, you look at it, like if you dropped a bit of body fat, his forearm size would shrink a bit. But, I don't know, forearm, like, people, I don't know, people force things to be complicated. Some people can grow them, some people can't. Simple. And again, if you've been trying all this time, like you've been trying for years and years, and again, you're curling, extending, curling, and pronated, and still trying to curl, and nothing's working, obviously you don't got it. That's that. That's one in the tank. That's cool. We'll do bicep curls and get out. I don't feel like doing traps today. I don't even feel like doing a shrug, so I don't even feel like doing a bicep curl. I'm liable to leave right now, bro, honestly. I'm gonna do the bicep curls just to extend the video a little longer and give y'all one more topic, so. All right, bicep curls here, guys. Let me knock out my 2 warm-up sets. I got a full stack here. Like I said, guys, we're not gonna complain about like things being too light. Let's be positive, all right? Let's start saying, dang, I'm too strong, all right? Let's start being positive and be like, I'm really that guy, okay? And we'll translate those kind of positive things into our lives, all right? So I'm looking at this where like, dang, I'm sitting here doing a warm-up set with a full stack. It's not the manufacturer's fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. Like, I'm the strong one. All right, so I said I would do these curls just to give y'all another topic. All right. So I know for right now, I know for me, I'm not as strong with like chest pressing as I was months back, and also with bicep curls. And I'll say maybe shoulder pressing too. Just because, I mean, the way I'm playing with my exercise order right now, what I've been doing is consistently as of right now. Because I mean, y'all may look at this and think this is a lot, but to me, it's not much. Because if I was like, when y'all see me do that 80-pound dumbbell preacher curl, that was probably at my strongest with curls. Because I did the 80-pound preacher curl. I did like 90-pound like supinated bicep curls standing, like alternating. And I did like 100-pound hammer curls. So it's like looking at like this is actually not. This is only really a working set to me right now because I'm not as strong as I was with curls. And those curls I used to do second or third in my session. And like I said, guys, the deeper you get into your session, you don't get stronger. So if there are certain things that you really want to prioritize, that you just want to get stronger in or whatever, move things around. Move things around, okay? I just specifically at a time, I wanted to see how strong I can get with curling. So I had curls as the second exercise in my session, behind shoulder pressing. Like shoulder pressing was priority no matter what, okay? And then I was like, oh, hey, let me see how strong I can get with curls. And I had curls second. Curls are still somewhat strong. Like to you guys, y'all think like right now I can't go curl. I don't think I can go curl dumbbell preacher curls for 80s. Nah, I don't think so. It'll be back to like 75s. But this here, I mean, yeah, you get the drift. You get the drift. Like if you want to be really strong with something, just make some adjustments, bro. And then people that think that you can't do a bicep curl before any kind of pulling movement, like a lat pull down or a row, well, that's dumb. That makes no sense. Because you should be using straps anyway. And if you're pulling with mostly your biceps anyway, then that's your problem. That's your problem. Like I was doing bicep curls and then going into a lat pull down or something, and then also having, you know, an upper back row. Triceps wise, a smidge different. Depending how a certain machine is set up, like I've done triceps, like I've done a jam press before, a shoulder press before, but it depends on the style of that shoulder press though. Like if it's not harder at the top end, okay, I can let it slide. Same with the chest press. If it's not harder, like if it doesn't have an ascending profile and it's not harder at the top half, I can let it slide. But if it's hard at the top half, nah. You just gotta, again, know how things apply. So that's that. That's the quick topic. So I'm about to do this one set and move on, or leave. So. Oof. So one in the tank there would have been a really hard fight. Didn't care for it. And I'm only going to do one set. Who cares about biceps? That's that, guys. That's that. No clue what I talked about today. I've seen some things about wanting timestamps on here, so hey, we'll make sure the editor takes care of that. So, yeah. Like I said, we won't worry about having specific topics. We'll just yap our way through the sessions, guys. But that's it for today. Give me some topics. I'll try to remember them, and if it comes to mind, or I may do like Q&As to where I'll look at the questions in the Q&As. I can maybe write them down. Probably won't, but some things that I can probably look to remember and talk about them in a YouTube video, sure. Other than that, a lot of stuff I just don't care to talk about on Instagram or TikTok and everything. Because again, YouTube-wise, it's a little more free to talk. Like, it's kind of technically like I'm talking to myself right here, but it's just whoever watches it, so whatever. But anyways, carry on. God bless.